fun part of the meeting, we get to listen to our speakers. Our first speaker is Joey Martin. Joey will be completing the 6th project in the Competent Communicator Manual, Vocal Variety. In his speech titled, "Do I Have a Problem? I Have Joined a New Club, and all I can do is compare to Toastmasters." In his 5 to 7 minute speech, Joey will be using Vocal Variety to help share stories about his new club and how it compares to Toastmasters. Listen to his pace, his pitch, power, and pauses as he shares these stories. Welcome Joey Martin with me.
Well, good morning. I have an announcement to make. I've joined a new club. And this new club is not a new Toastmaster group. I've joined a swim team. Pretty cool, huh? I've joined an adult swim team. What is this swim team? Well, it's a swim team for adults from all age groups from 21 and up. And it meets 3 times a week. We train for events. And the reason I joined it was because I swam for a few years in high school, and I thought this was a great way to stay in shape over the winter. So you probably have 2 burning questions right off the bat. Do I wear a Speedo? And do I like this club more than Toastmasters? Well, I wear a jammer, which kind of looks like bike shorts. It's a little bit longer, but it's still kind of tight, so keep it there. And I like that the club meets at 7 p.m., maybe versus 7 a.m., but there are also a lot of different things that I see with this club, and like the introduction said, I'm constantly comparing it to Toastmasters. So I want to share a few stories with you today and just kind of let you know what I've seen. So joining a new club is always nerve-wracking. Do you remember your first Toastmaster meeting that you attended? Were you nervous? Well, I was extremely nervous for this first swim practice I went to. I didn't know if I could keep up with the rest of the group. I hadn't done it for a while. And I also had those, grade school jitters about meeting new people and seeing if I'd be accepted to this group. So I get to the rec center, and it's not like Toastmasters where you walk in to this comfortable room and someone hands you a cup of coffee and they welcome you right away. Say, "Welcome to Toastmasters," and then you stand up in front of the group and you say, "Hello, Toastmasters, I'm here to become a better speaker." And everyone goes, "Hooray, yeah!" Everyone's happy. The rec center wasn't really like this. I show up, and it's a giant rec center. It's kind of cold in there. You walk through the locker room, and then you see all these people on the pool hall and the pool deck. You've got kids swimming, parents picking up their kids. You've got a group that looks like they might be swimmers. You just can't really tell. So instead of this warm introduction, I ask around and say, "Hey, are you here for the swim practice?" And I finally figured it out. So it just wasn't what I was expecting with a new club. It wasn't like this group. But I meet the team, I meet the coach, and things are good. They're pretty nice. So it's time to first pick the lane line, which I'm going to swim in at the swim team. And if you've never swam in a swim league before or a swim club, the way that a pool works is you've got 6 lanes, and in each lane you might have 5 swimmers, and they go in order of speed. So you've got your slowest lane with maybe the beginner swimmers, and then you work your way up to the faster lane. And all the swimmers need to swim in the same pace because you're swimming in a circle, and you don't want to touch anyone's toes or be holding anyone up. So it's extremely important, and this also made me nervous because I'm like, crap, which lane am I going to pick? Well, fortunately, the swim world is very helpful, and this guy decided he would take it upon himself to pick the lane for me. So he comes up to me and he says, what's your, tell me your fastest 50 freestyle. That might help pick a lane. And tell him my time. And he goes, 24:04, that's pretty quick. Why don't you go to this lane over here? And I look at it, and I look at the lane next to it, and there's these giant Michael Phelps swimmers like patting their chest, like getting ready to go. And I'm like, well, at least I'm not in that lane. At least I'm in the lane next to it. But that right there was already a difference from our Toastmaster group. Because when you first walk in, you've got a clean slate. There's really no metric that anyone can use to compare you to someone else. You don't hear someone saying, you're new, what's your fastest speech time? 5 minutes? Great! You're a pro. You don't have anything like that. But I said, okay, this lane will be fine. I'll give it my best. So I put on my goggles and I dive in. And the swim practice for about an hour and a half. So the first while, it feels pretty good. I'm swimming, I'm feeling great, feeling strong. I've done this before, remember? But then the lactic acid kicks in, and I'm getting really tired. I'm on the wall, panting. All right, ready, go. And then you dive back in and you swim more laps. You're going and going. We are swimming thousands of yards here, and I haven't swam since high school. One of these times I'm breathing, I hear a whistle from across the pool deck. Well, I stink at whistling, but I hear this loud whistle. It's the coach. He goes, Joey, you're doing something wrong on your turns. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? This is my first practice. He's already critiquing me? What the heck? He goes, when you come off the wall and you do your turns, you're pushing off and you're pulling with your right arm first and trying to breathe on your left side. He's like, that's not working for you. You are losing all kinds of speed. You need to push off the wall and pull with your left arm first, and then you can breathe with your right side. I'm thinking, this is ridiculous. I've been swimming my whole life. But I give it a shot, and it was fast. It was way faster. I asked him after practice, I said, why did you tell me to do that? He goes, because that right there is the only reason I could beat you in a race, is that small little tip. And right there, it seriously clicked. I said, you know, this is kind of like Toastmasters. I don't think this guy would have given me such a critical pointer on my first practice. He didn't see that I was a decent swimmer, if I could kind of keep up. But he saw this thing that he thought could really improve my swimming. And to me, that really reminds me of our Toastmaster meetings. Because we come in here, and we have people who are, you would say, the best speaker in the group. They give a phenomenal speech. They sit down, everyone claps, and then the evaluation comes, and they can sometimes get ripped to shreds almost in the evaluation process. But it's because they can handle it, and it's good for their learning, and they're going to become better speakers for it. So, I mean, in all, I've seen this swim club has been really cool so far. I've only been doing it for about a month, but just seeing the similarities with, you know, you have people with different backgrounds training for different things, similar to Toastmasters, where people are trying to become professional speakers or work on improv speaking, or maybe just want to work on their leadership skills in the club. There's a lot of things that this group can help us grow in, and I'm seeing that on the swim team as well. So I'm going to keep with it. Maybe ask me how I'm liking it in a couple months, and you can ask me how my 50 freestyle time has improved. So thank you so much.